Every night, it looks the same. You feed your baby, rock them gently, place them in the crib. And for a moment, everything feels calm. And then, they cry. Again. You've checked everything. They're fed, clean, not sick. So why does your baby still seem unsettled? What if I told you? Your baby isn't crying because something is wrong. They're crying because something biological just got disconnected. And here's the part most parents never realize. Right before the crying starts, your baby actually sends a signal. A very small one. So subtle, most people miss it. But once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. When researchers started studying sleeping babies in labs, they didn't just observe them. They measured them. Heart rate variability, breathing patterns, stress hormones like cortisol, and what they found changes everything. When a baby is placed down and left without close connection, their body doesn't simply relax. It shifts. Heart rate becomes less stable. Breathing becomes slightly irregular. Cortisol levels begin to rise. Even if the baby looks quiet, even if they're not crying. From the outside, it looks like sleep. But inside, the nervous system is on alert. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Before your baby cries, there's usually a moment. A pause. Their eyes search your face. Their body stiffens just slightly. Their breathing changes, almost unnoticeably. This is not random. This is a check. A biological question. Are you still there? Because your baby's brain isn't asking, am I tired? It's asking, am I safe enough to let go? At birth, your baby's brain is only about 25% developed, which means something critical. They cannot regulate their own internal state yet. Not fully, not consistently. So instead, they use an external system. You, your heartbeat, your voice, your smell, your presence. These are not comforts. They are regulatory inputs. Without them, the system becomes unstable. During the day, your baby experiences constant connection, touch, voice, eye contact. But at night, everything changes. Less interaction, less engagement, less emotional feedback. To you, it feels calm. To your baby's nervous system, it can feel like sudden disconnection. And that's when the signal appears. Here's something that surprises most parents. Not all babies respond the same way. Some cry loudly. They signal clearly. But others go quiet. And those babies often get labeled as good sleepers. But research suggests something different. A quiet baby is not always a calm baby. Sometimes it's a baby whose stress response is still active, but their signaling has reduced. The body is still alert. The cortisol is still elevated. But the protest is gone. And that's not independence. That's adaptation. Now here's the flip side. When a baby remains in close emotional and physical connection, something remarkable happens. Their body begins to stabilize. Heart rhythms regulate. Breathing smooths out. Stress hormones decrease. This is called physiological regulation. In simple terms, your calm system helps organize their unstable one. You are not just comforting your baby. You are literally regulating their biology. And this is where your original idea becomes powerful, but now with deeper meaning. The last 30 seconds before your baby falls asleep are not just routine. They are programming. If those moments feel rushed, distracted, emotionally distant, your baby's system stays slightly alert. But if those moments feel slow, present, connected, their body carries that safety into sleep. One mother noticed this by accident. Every night, she followed the perfect routine. Feed, burp, rock, put down. But the crying always came. One night, instead of fixing, she paused. She leaned in, softened her face, slowed her breathing, and just stayed. No rushing, no immediate correction. Within seconds, the baby's body softened. Not instantly asleep, but no longer fighting. Because for the first time, the baby wasn't being managed. They were being regulated. We've been taught to focus on behavior. How do I stop the crying? How do I make them sleep? But the real question is different. What does my baby's nervous system need right now? Because sleep is not just a behavior. It's a state. And that state depends on safety. So tonight, when your baby starts to cry again, don't just see it as a problem to fix. See it for what it actually is, a signal, a check, a moment where their entire system is asking, am I safe enough to let go? And when you respond, when you slow down, when you stay present, you're not creating a habit. You're shaping a nervous system. You're not just helping your baby sleep. You're teaching their brain what safety feels like. If you want to understand what your baby is really communicating, not just what they're doing, subscribe. Because once you start seeing these signals, you can't go back.